Tatsuro Taira is more than just a rising MMA star. As the headliner for UFC Fight Night 244, he's been turning heads with his precision, strategy, and calm demeanor inside the octagon. But behind the scenes, Tatsuro Taira is just like many of us, a guy who loves his burgers, enjoys baseball, and values his friendships. Today, we're going to dive into his personality outside the cage, exploring his love for fast food, his passion for Japan's national sport, and how his friendships have shaped him into the fighter we see today. Before we get into his love for burgers and baseball, let's start with how Taira became the headliner for UFC Fight Night 244. Taira was born in Naha, Okinawa, Japan, an area known for its unique blend of cultures, pristine beaches, and laid-back island lifestyle. Taira is one of the few fighters who brings that island energy with him to the cage. Calm, collected, but dangerous when the moment calls for it. At just 23 years old, Taira already has an impressive 14-0 record, showcasing his raw talent, but also his discipline and commitment to mastering martial arts. He's trained extensively in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which has become a key part of his success, particularly when you look at his ability to submit opponents with flawless technique. But, as disciplined as he is in his training, Taira has a soft spot for indulging in his favorite foods, especially burgers. You wouldn't guess it by looking at his shredded physique, but Tatsuro Taira loves burgers. In fact, he's known to treat himself to a burger after his fights as a way to reward himself for all his hard work. It's a little slice of comfort amidst the grueling world of training camps, weight cuts, and the pressures of fighting in the UFC. Taira's burger indulgences actually say a lot about who he is as a fighter. He's someone who can find balance in his life, laser-focused when it comes to his career, but also able to enjoy the simple pleasures outside of it. It's this balance that keeps him grounded. For Taira, a burger is more than just food. It's a reminder to enjoy life beyond the octagon. It's no surprise that a lot of MMA fighters have a similar guilty pleasure, but for Taira, it seems almost symbolic. He works incredibly hard, and the burger represents that moment when he can finally relax. This balance might be one of the reasons he's so calm under pressure. He knows how to enjoy life, so the stress of a fight doesn't faze him. When he's not training or indulging in a post-fight burger, you might catch Taira following one of his other big passions: baseball. In Japan, baseball isn't just a sport, it's a cultural institution. Many Japanese children grow up playing the game, and Tatsuro was no different. The discipline that baseball taught him has clearly transferred over to MMA. Just like in baseball, MMA is about patience, precision, and knowing when to strike. Taira applies these lessons in his fights. He's not just looking to land wild punches or chase finishes. Instead, he waits for the right moment, striking when his opponent least expects it. Baseball also gave Taira a love for teamwork, something that's a little rare in the individualistic sport of MMA. That brings us to another important aspect of Taira's life: his friendships. For Tatsuro Taira, success in the UFC isn't just about individual glory. It's about the support system he's built over the years. Taira is known to be close with his three best friends, who've supported him throughout his entire career. These friendships have become a cornerstone of who he is, both inside and outside the cage. MMA can be a lonely sport, with fighters often traveling alone, dealing with the mental strain of competition. But Taira is someone who has always leaned on his friends for support. Whether it's during his early training days in Okinawa or as he transitioned to the UFC, his best friends have always been there for him. In interviews, Taira has mentioned how his friends keep him grounded, providing both moral support and a reminder that there's more to life than fighting. While fans may focus on his technique and his record, it's Taira's love for burgers, baseball, and his close-knit friendships that make him such an interesting and inspiring athlete. Now, all that's left is to wish Tatsuro Taira the best of luck for UFC Fight Night 244. Keep watching, because this young star is only getting started. And there you have it, a deeper dive into Tatsuro Taira's life beyond the cage. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments. Who's your favorite UFC fighter?